are those who say the world is in a bad way. Too much grief, too many troubles to get through. But I see there's a light in the darkness, and it seems to be coming from you. And the world will see a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves, because you care, because you're there, because you serve. There are those who say that peace is just a pipe dream, that it's always been a planet filled with strife. But I look around and I see people who refuse to give up on love and life. And the world will see a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves, because you care, because you're there, because you serve. And I know you're not in it for the glory. You're not looking for applause for what you do. But I see you do your part, and I witness who you are. And I've just got to stand and cheer for you. And the world will be a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves, because you care, because you're there, because you serve.
Yes, a better tomorrow because you serve. And we know that to be true because we say that in our opening statement. And if you'll join me in speaking our opening statement, which is in your bulletin, there is only one presence, one power, and one activity: God, the good, omnipotent. And as we say our prayer for our church, holding in our hearts and minds our church mission, which is to love the soul, to light the mind, to lift the heart, and to heal the body, together, bless the work of our church, O Lord. Let our ideals be true. Let our efforts be helpful. Let our words be filled with healing. Let our attitude be joyful. Let the stranger find true welcome and remain as friend. For the Father draws his beloved to this place in his name. Let love and understanding among all people establish peace in our world. Father, Mother, God, we thank you. And if you'll take a moment to hold in your hearts and minds a person or two who you would like to know how precious and how divine they are, and one with God or Spirit. And as we say the prayer for others together, as I behold the Christ in you, I see you happy, healthy, prosperous, loving, and beloved, going forth joyously to meet your good. And we see them as they recognize that their good was already there. No matter what form it is, it's not for us to decide what it will be, but we know they need not ask, but they can claim, and so it is. And if you will join us in singing the hymn that is on the cream-colored sheet, and the name of the hymn is
The Greatest Thing. Oh, no, wrong song. This thing. Sorry. We've got the wrong hymn up. Sorry, guys. We got a lot of greatest things going on. Take two, yes. Sorry, Jerry. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. The greatest thing in all my life is knowing you. I want to know you more. I want to know you more. The greatest thing in all my life is knowing you. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. I want to love you more. I want to love you more. The greatest thing in all my life is loving you. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you. I want to serve you more. I want to serve you more. The greatest thing in all my life is serving you.
Greatest thing in all my life is serving you. And so it is my pleasure. I am Stephanie Bushman, and I am the president of the board of our beloved church. And today is Board Sunday, so we get to serve you. And I have with me Vic Daniels, who is our treasurer, Edie Musa, who's our member at large, and Mary Pat Carrera, who's in Florida, who is our secretary, who will be on the screen. So we are so pleased to be here with you. And I understand we have a visitor? Yeah, wonderful, welcome, welcome. And the usher is giving you one of our packets, and please feel free to go through it. You'll find a daily word in there. This has different affirmations and readings for the month. It has a card and different information that we have about the church and about Unity, as well as you can fill out the card if you'd like, and would be able to then put you on our mailing list. But welcome, thank you so much for being here. And also the person who's here for the second time, appreciate it. Thank you. So we have some announcements that they're on your e-blast, so if anyone does not receive the e-blast, please feel free to call the church as well as to email and get on our email list. This is for all who are here in the sanctuary and our beloved congregants who are visiting us virtually. And if you are visiting us virtually, we'd really appreciate if you drop a comment in the chat box so that we will be able to know that you are here with us. So quite a few of the announcements, but as I said, I'm going to read a few. Next Saturday from 9 to 12 is the groundskeeping. And if you can come and bring your tools or even come and just help out, it would be great. As we've said before, we have a gardener who cuts the grass, but we take care of this other beautiful grounds. And Mary over there is our head person, for whom we really appreciate all you do, Mary. Thank you so much. And Adventure in Faith 2026 begins next Sunday during the service at 10 o'clock. This is when we will be announcing the new theme for this year. You see back here, I embrace my unlimited good has been what our theme is now. But we're going into a brand new year and lots of activities, so please join us. Also, the Unity Eastern Region Conference is going to begin on October 5th, next Sunday, and will go through October 9th. It will be online, so for any of you who are interested, you can go online and sign up, and they have really good different forums and seminars and really good things. And right within your program, you will see the link for registering. I highly recommend it. When I went the first time, and it was in person, is when I really began to understand about spiritual enrichment courses and so much about unity. So it's really a great opportunity. Then October 7th, we have the Creating the Beloved Community Continues with Reverend Stephanie with a special Zoom link, and it's the first Tuesdays through December from 6:30 to 8:30. If you are not yet on there and interested, please once again let us know in the office and can provide you with more information. Then we have two ongoing social action activities. One is the Interfaith Homeless Outreach Council. Used to be our lotions and potions that we did around the holidays. Now we do it throughout the year, and there's a list out there of items that you can purchase that we give to people who are not living in their homes right now, or maybe going through transition and going for jobs. So it's different things, and when you put them in your separate bag and able then to, they'll be collected and taken. And I know that, I think Missy shared one week that she actually had a couple of bags in her car and saw somebody in the street and offered it to them, and they were so happy to have it. So just, you know, whether you're going with samples, full-size items, but a list of what's needed is out there. And then, last but not least, Critter Corner. So we have coming in to the right of the front door a basket, which is empty right now because we had so many things that I was able to collect and pass out. These items that we give for our critters and our critter babies of all sorts, food, bedding, toys, it can be for horses, it can be for chipmunks, it can be for dogs, cats. If you got a snake, I don't know what you're gonna get them. But we do this because we realize that oftentimes people may have pets and they need a little help, whether it's food or toys or things of that sort. There's also people who are fostering, some people who it is their pet, but they run into a hard time. But then also for the shelters and for people who are taking care of the cats outside. So we have given some food to the Burlington County Animal Shelter. The other week, I gave food and bedding and such to the Atlantic County Animal Shelter, and they were excited. And I also we had some of the crates. I took them to a lady who is doing the TNR, trap, neuter, and release, and she was so happy. So anything you have, please drop them in there, and we can distribute them and make people happy. So I think that's all of our announcements for now. And so we will now have the Daily Word, and the Daily Word reader is me. So for those who are new, we generally have a different Daily Word reader, but the board is in service today, so here we go. So today's Daily Word is service, and it comes from Thursday, October 13, 2019, which we thought was very pertinent to today's lesson. And our affirmation is, I experience joy as I give of myself in service to others. You'll find this affirmation in the inside cover of your bulletin. So let's affirm it together. I experience joy as I give of myself in service to others. Today, I serve those closest to me as well as the larger community through my thoughts, my words, and actions. As I see individuals or groups, I remember each person is the image of God just as I am, with unlimited potential. In my professional work and as a volunteer, I look for opportunities to offer my skills and gifts in service to them. Divine love flows to me and from me as I do what is mine to do. I experience great joy as I give myself in service to others. I need no expression of gratitude from them, although they often give it. My service blesses me with a growing awareness of oneness with those I serve and with all of humankind. Our Bible verse is from Zechariah chapter 7, verse 9. Thus says the Lord of hosts, render true judgments, show kindness and mercy to one another. And again, our affirmation is, I experience joy as I give of myself in service to others. And now I welcome Victor Daniels, Edie Musa, who will begin.
Good morning to everyone here and to everyone who's viewing online. We welcome you. One of the ways that we embrace our unlimited good is through the acts of service. All too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, the honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring. All of these things have the potential to turn someone's life around. There's a saying about life's journey. The saying is that we're all just walking each other home. Now, home might be defined differently for each of us, and that's okay. But when I pause and I think about it, I realize that it's these acts of kindness, compassionate love, and brotherhood that are demonstrated through service that express our shared humanity on this path that we're all traveling together. The simple saying truly defines what it means to embrace and live our unlimited good. When I was asked to prepare this talk on service, I began to question myself a little bit. Have my acts of service made any real lasting impact in the world around me? And why was I feeling doubtful? Unity teachings apply the use of denials and affirmations. Positive thoughts, therefore, create positive actions. Positive actions create growth. Growth enables us and the world around us to change for the better. When we use our God-given gifts with a cheerful spirit, we spread joy, and the light within us remains on 24/7. I do believe that the light is on, even if we feel that it dims from time to time. In Unity, I've learned that there are 5 basic principles. The 5th one, through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth we know. In other words, we are to act, to do, and to live. However we choose to express this, it all translates into action. And even if the steps that we take are small, the steps are connected and they create a ripple effect of good. Unity founder Charles Fillmore said, "The value of all service lies in the spirit in which you serve, and not in the importance or magnitude of the service. Even the lowliest task or deed is made holy, joyous, and prosperous when it's filled with love." So, in other words, even our smallest actions radiate outward, blessing far beyond what we can see. One of the greatest things about serving others is that we can use our gifts and talents in an area that we're passionate about. We don't have to hold an advanced degree or be an expert in order to lend a helping hand. I recently read a historical fiction book, The Thread Connectors, co-written by Shauna Edwards and Allison Richmond. These were 2 authors from different backgrounds, but they sewed together a story of unity during the Civil War. There was one particular statement that really resonated with me. The speaker, one of the protagonists in the story, who lived in New York City and whose husband was serving with the Union troops, began to doubt the impact of her actions. She said, "What was the use in protesting and writing anti-slavery speeches when the real bravery was shown by those who worked the underground channels to bring runaway slaves up north to actual freedom? she began to minimize her efforts, expressing that they were even fraudulent. But in reality, her good intentions were very valuable. 1 Peter 4, verse 10 states in the Good News Bible, "Each one, as a good manager of God's different gifts, must use for the good of others the special gifts he has received from God." For me personally, after a long career as a probation officer in New York, once I retired, I had the time to kind of redefine myself. I became a literacy volunteer for adult ESL students. Preparing them for doctor visits helped my students to feel confident enough to ask medical questions, to complete a job application, or just to speak to their child's teacher. For most of us, these events seem simple, but for someone whose first language is not English, these tasks can be overwhelming and even frightening. Through my International Women's Friendship Group, I help to organize social events and have been hosting international women each Thanksgiving. Each woman brings a dish from her home country, and as we break bread together, we see how much we really have in common. For me, this day has become much more than sharing and serving delicious food. It's a day to honor the indigenous ancestors of this land, and it is a reciprocal celebration of gratitude and sisterhood. One of the events that drew me to this Unity Church was our interfaith Thanksgiving service. To be interconnected, to act on what our principles are, and to practice what is preached is proof that this community loves our neighbors as ourselves. So, Unity's fifth principle, to put service into action, is not only expected of us, it's doable and it's rewarding as well. Singer-songwriter Pharrell Williams recently said, "Grace is the light that lives in us all, just waiting to be shared." I'll say that again. Grace is the light that lives in us all, just waiting to be shared. In closing, I'd like to share a short poem written by John Rodell. John is a comic who became an author, poet on social media in recent years. And this is the poem. "Whenever I feel helpless in this overwhelming world, I become a helper. On the days when it feels like I have no power, I serve others. You see, whenever I wash the world's feet, my hands immediately stop shaking." And so I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. And now Vic Daniel will come up. Thank you.
Good morning. Today we're talking about service, talking about embracing our unlimited good through service. What is service? The Oxford Dictionary defines it as action of helping or doing work for someone. If a person is in the military, they're said to be in the service. If a person has a job that serves others, they're said to work in the service sector. You could be doing charitable work and you're in service. You could work in any of the ministries here at Unity and you're in service. But I say service is more than doing volunteer work. Service is an attitude of giving without expecting anything in return. Theologian and humanitarian Albert Schweitzer said, the person who would be really happy would be the one who sought and discovered a way to serve. Eric Butterworth, Unity minister and author, in his essay on service, tells a story about a man who was successful in business, but he complained regularly about not feeling well. He was urged by his wife to go see the doctor, who was a family friend. The doctor said he couldn't find anything wrong. He was in good, perfect physical condition. The doctor informed him, "You're not going to like my diagnosis and my advice. However, based on my long association with your family, I know exactly what your problem is. Your trouble comes from self-centeredness. Your lack of interest in anything and anybody not directly connected with benefiting you." The doctor went on to observe that in all the years of practice, he had found that those who are healthiest and happiest are the people who are habitually aware of the needs of others and support them in every way they can. Always, when service to others was substituted for self-service, the result was peace of mind and a corresponding harmony of the body. So what happened to this man? He had an awakening. He engaged in self-evaluation and saw his selfishness in his relationships with his wife, his children, and his employees. And as his attitude and his behavior gradually changed, and as he did so, he no longer complained of ill health. A service attitude means thinking of others without expecting anything in return. In relationships, we serve by thinking give, not get. It's not as much what you do, but how you do it. I've found that listening is the greatest gift. Listening without interrupting and without judging. Service is rooted in empathy, understanding others' experiences, and responding with compassion. Service attitude applies to the job as well. Unity minister Sandra Campbell, in a Daily Word story, said, "At a time when I hated my job, I decided I could continue to hate it and feel miserable, or could find something to love about it. I printed a statement in large letters in front of my desk. It said, all I see is opportunity. I didn't agree with it at first, but I continued to affirm, and I began to see opportunities. As the opportunities became more visible, I learned to love my work." Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, in her booklet, How to Let God Help You, wrote, "Your work, you no doubt realize, is not for the purpose of supplying your own physical needs. These are supplied as gifts from the Father. Work of whatever nature is to render living service in obedience to the law of giving and receiving. For you, it is for the purpose of expressing God-given faculties and powers to the end that you may manifest the divine ideas God has implanted." In the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12, Jesus commanded his disciples to love one another as I've loved you. If we wish to live in peace and harmony, we must help our neighbors do the same. Let's look within and ask, what can I give to the world? If we simply do daily tasks in a willing and ungrudging manner, we can be a blessing to those around us. One of the easiest ways to serve those around us is with a compliment. An honest compliment with no ulterior motive is a true gift. Butterworth summarizes his essay on service. A lifetime of service is the key. Take stock of yourself and determine what you can give to the world. He goes on to say, Even though you've earned your pay, you've not had a perfect day unless you've done something for someone who will never be able to repay you. Unless you've been somewhat more loving and friendly to others than they deserve. Unless you allow the radiant spirit to flow forth from you as a source of joy, comfort, and support for all who pass your way. So this week, let's embrace our unlimited good by asking ourselves, how can I improve my service attitude?
Now I invite you to take the next few moments to become still and quiet. Set aside anything you may be holding in your lap, anything you may be holding in your mind or in your heart. Perhaps close your eyes as a symbolic way of closing out the outer world so that you can pay greater attention to your inner world, the place within where you make a conscious contact with the truth of your being, a greater connection with the Christ within, your true essence. And breathe. Breathe into this moment. Allow the breath to take you inward and deeper. As I take a deep breath, I open my heart and mind to the goodness of God, always and everywhere present. I breathe in this goodness. I breathe and acknowledge presence in me, filling my mind, heart, body, and soul. God is my unlimited source of good. No one and no thing can keep me from God's unlimited good for me and my life. I am open, receptive, accepting of all possibilities of good in my spirit, mind, relationships, communities, and affairs. Unlimited good is here for me to experience and share. Sharing abundant good is my divine purpose, my own personal ministry. Do not look outside yourself for your good, your happiness, your fulfillment. It all flows from within you out. Unlimited good is within me. I find it, embrace it within, and I will never be without. The good I share is my divine expression. Service is my mindset. I am open to, aware of, and attentive to opportunities to share my good, to serve, and in dealing with everyday simple occurrences, I pray, Spirit, speak through me what needs to be said. Lead me to what you want me to be and do. Holy Spirit, convict me, be the words and actions through me. I embrace my unlimited good. God is my good in all ways, in all aspects of my life. Unlimited good is the essence of my being. Through the Christ within, I have the faith, strength, wisdom, understanding, imagination, love, divine will, and enthusiasm to engage, embrace, and be the unlimited good I am created to be. I am a creative being made in the image and likeness of my Creator. And I create unlimited good through my thoughts, words, and actions. As I awake each morning, I express gratitude for the good of a new day. The good I am open to seeing, receiving, and being. And I surrender to the divine goodness planned for that day. As I go to sleep at night, I express gratitude for the simple, often unexpected blessings of the day that I and my loved ones have received, and that I was blessed to give and share with others. The abundant opportunities to be and share goodness is my life ministry. I am open, receptive, and willing to serve wherever and whenever I am led to express love, kindness, and compassion through my words and actions. I commit myself to love and value my fellow human beings for the unlimited goodness and love that is within them. I do my part as I am divinely inspired and led to share my gifts and talents for the highest good of my loved ones and my communities. I embrace my unlimited good in spirit, mind, body, relationships, community, and my affairs. I commit to a greater understanding of my responsibility to create good in all areas of my life. Knowing that the God of unlimited possibilities lives in and through me, I commit to a daily spiritual practice, releasing anything contrary to the unlimited good of God. I am an integral part of Divine Mind, and I commit myself to a deeper understanding of myself as a limitless manifestation of mind to enhance the unlimited good I am to receive and be. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the unlimited blessings, experiences, and opportunities to know unlimited good in my life this year and always, and to know and be the unlimited good, the Christ within, more and more in my daily life. And so it is. Amen.
Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, lead me, take me by your will. Here I am, Lord, ready to follow to be you in this world. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. Lord, you call, I answer. I'm open, I listen, I hear you, I feel you moving me. Lord, I come closer, humbled, surrendered, lifted, committed to your plan. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. Here I am, Lord, I come. Here I am, Lord, I come.
Here I am, Lord, I come. And as we know that we come and we embrace our unlimited good, we also know we are one with God divine, and we are here. Our purpose, to do God's work, to be the voice, the hands, and the feet of the divine. And as we know in unity, it's not just about going in for ourselves, but using our thoughts, our words, and our actions in service. And so it is. Amen. And now we have the opportunity to share our abundance. We know that we have the beautiful church and the unity teachings that just, I know for me, builds me up and sets me free and lets me go forward in a more positive way in life. That no matter what I see, I know I am able to see it from my consciousness, and all is well. And so we show our gratitude with this, with our abundance. So if, for those who may, some give online, some go through Tidely, we even have a little QR code. If you happen to have those symbolically or actually literally, please, if you'll hold in your hands and say with me the affirmation of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give and all that I receive. And if we'll say it again as one, saying us and we, together, divine love through us blesses and multiplies all that we give and all that we receive. And for this, we are so grateful, as it is an expression of our gratitude. And we know it goes forth supporting this Unity Church of Christ community, as well as the community at large, and all of Unity, to share the teachings and the lessons so that all may know the power they have within with their connection with God and each other. And we are grateful. We have a box in the back if you do wish to put a physical donation, nice box there. So we thank you with that. And so now we will be singing I Choose Love, followed by the prayer for protection. And I Choose Love is on the back of your cream color sheet.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us, let that be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us, let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
And now the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. And where God is, all is well. In this week, I see you going forward, realizing you are a divine expression of God, and you will become conscious of ways that you can serve, whether it is a compliment, a smile, or something more formal. Because as you give, you receive so much more in return, and you embrace your unlimited good. Thank you.
There are those who say the world is in a bad way. Too much grief, too many troubles to get through. But I see a light there in the darkness, and it seems to be coming from you. And the world will see a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves, because you care, because you're there, because you serve. There are those who say that peace is just a pipe dream, that it's always been a planet filled with strife. I look around and I see people who refuse to give up on love and life, and the world will be a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves, because you care, because you're there, because you serve. For the glory, you're not asking for applause in what you do, but I see you do your part, and I witness is who you are, and I've just got to stand and cheer for you. And the world will see a better tomorrow. That's what every person deserves.